Keep you waiting.
Not at all. I arrived early.
Huh? Paimon thinks you sound kinda tired. Did you not get enough
I'm doing well. There's no
Oh
need
ya,
to
yang
worry.
diunyil.
Shall we go? Let's start with the stalls over there.
Great idea! Let's get going! Traveler?
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can enjoy. Oh, are you interested in Yalda candies? I have some boxes of candy here. Pick whichever one you want.
Not...
It's not that simple. Each box contains a random flavor. And there's also... No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want? Oh, I like your confidence. No hesitation at all. Oh.
Paimon knew he always had incredible luck. Paimon's not really interested in the
Wait. How?
What? He was right about all of them?
That couldn't have been luck. How is this possible? I packed all those boxes this morning and mind reading? X-ray vision? Or some...
Tell us what's going on! Since when did you get superpowers? Traveler? Hey, where are you going? What's going on? Did you see something? Us leaving Dunya's side without letting her know is kinda rude, you know. What are you looking for? Why did we come here? Traveler? That's... Look! That's... Isn't that Dunyarzad? What's happening here? Why are there two Dunyarzads?
You already know that this isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you? I'm sure you already know how to use this.
A knowledge capsule? Where did you...
You should use it too, Paimon.
You know Paimon? Well, this seems kinda sketchy, but Paimon feels like this is what we should do. What the... This is our 20th time at the Sub-Zero's festival? Huh? No. The 30th? 40th? Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized. What the heck was inside that knowledge capsule?
Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This...
Let Paimon think. Oh, it's coming back. Meeting, what about everyone else?
Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? Ask for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro. It was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness. A familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked that. As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad that first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left. Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida. Good, you passed the test.
What's happening? You can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on.
Oh, everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called the samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all asked for the truth. That's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of I can only give you surface level help.
She looks like she isn't doing well at all. Her illness...
If we can break out of the samsara, but as things are right now.
You sure love to use weird analogies.
Analogies are wonderful tools. Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara. That should be it. The flow of time is endlessly cycling within one single day. That should be it. The flow of time is... The moon, illusions, and lie. The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart." That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think things through. The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." The Grand Sage said, that doesn't sound right. What's happening right now seems to have happened. That doesn't sound right. My mind feels exhausted. My mind feels exhausted. That should be it. The moon, illusions. That doesn't sound right.
A time loop. You've given similarly wrong answers in the past.
Still the wrong answer? Paimon thought that made a lot of sense.
A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena.
Dunyarzad.
The Sub-Zeru's festival is happening.
Let's think about our current situation. And to do that, We need to figure... Nahida rejected the idea of a time. Paimon's memories say that we've...
Hey, it's you guys again. Where's your... I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. I harvest... Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from the forest yesterday, and I'm selling...
To put it another way, if you really think of...
What kind of philosophical nonsense is this? Hey, you two, didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find someone.
He actually has a point. Is this a dream? True. It's so weird that people here don't... Anyway, if this all really were just a dream, we would have woken up a long time ago.
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person? Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the god's divination is highly accurate.
You're really excited about this, huh? So, you're admitting that you don't have a clue?
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you guys just lost your wallet. What you just said.
Paimon knew you weren't going to believe...
Marvelous.
When you say it like...
I believe that the Archon's the book only says...
So that's how it is. We haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again? Yeah, if we tap...
I'm fine, my lady.
Perfect timing. Both of you are here.
Paimon, traveler. You came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in earlier? If someone was protecting Miss Dunyarzad, I could have went all out. Anyway, can you do something for me?
You want the traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers around. Did Paimon get that right?
How did you know what I was going to say?
We need to say something convincing.
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds, and then she was injured The moon illusions. That doesn't sound right. My mind feels exhausted. That doesn't sound right. The moon People in Sumeru don't dream. That doesn't sound right.
Tell her, traveler!
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad. You couldn't have known. And just now...
All right, So this...
It's kinda hard to believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type, but we...
She's quieter than usual. Uninterested in anything and really gloomy.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh? At first?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about. I'll go rest.
My lady, are you angry? All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew.
Speed of light. Incoming. Don't blink. Hey! Nahida, we brought a friend. Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone here.
We just wanted her to see the real
The real Dunyarzad?
Huh?
I told you that you two are special. Other people can't see me or Miss Dunyarzad here.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
Wow, how perceptive.
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she? How...
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a coma.
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of...
Do you believe us now? The Sub-Zero's festival has been repeated. So, you think the sages are behind this?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zero's festival as a sick...
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only... Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right! Didn't you awaken our memories using something?
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power.
A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical.
So, this Nahida you mentioned...
She said, and Paimon quotes, the...
compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people.
Kodam, Tino kodamnya ini gajah duduk.
I get the grants knowledge part.
Kodamnya Tino gajah duduk.
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay, Nahida said the That doesn't sound right. I need... Okay, Nahida's... Okay, Nahida's... My mind feels...
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental... When the desert dwellers compiling the entire country's knowledge, you think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us? Who knows?
What's the point of doing?
Just think about it. This hive mind could make...
Excellent.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was...
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway.
Mau apa bang? Game wibu kah? Mana ada game wibu bro? Game tidur ini, pengantar tidur.
Traveler, did you
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep. But we took off our Akasha terminals.
Game pengantar tidur ini bro.
Paimon remember?
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that? But now we can at least oh, Paimon,
It's extremely difficult for lab.
if we're lab rats, the moon? Wasn't that the result of our divination?
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the.
Okay then.
Ah, there you are. I've already taken care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt? What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't get hurt?
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs. Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told anyone about it.
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. It's as if I've already used it to fight a countless...
You're saying that although you don't remember using it,
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory.
Traveler, what do you think? Yeah, Paimon's feeling really hopeful. Oh, you're right! Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no
So you want us to take the...
How did you know what I was gonna say?
Whew, it's finally nighttime. Aside from... Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today. Even do you think the Samsara has been broken? Have we saved it?
Really? Good job on all that
Hey!
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure, how many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? This tomorrow, it's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been
Okay, no more!
That's why it makes no sense. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety. Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk.
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. Yeah, even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero's festival.
Continue the harvest. Compared to what we stand to achieve,
We're still in the same day. You already knew last night that we didn't break out of the samsara? Why did you...
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't come by often. And it...
Paimon Duke did that! Oh...
Of course. In the time we've been together, you...
Paimon's flattered and everything.
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this puzzle, you two are still... In other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist. That's why you two have been...
Nahira's talking about confusing stuff.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding of the...
Huh? Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah! You're right! Gosh,
So, what's your new hypothesis?
Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle. I can't. If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that.
Oh! Then the beep we hear every night could just be indicating the deletion of our memories. That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zero's festival hasn't happened yet. It's already the next day, but muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia has been getting better at using her greatsword.
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're right or...
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you...
That isn't simple at all!
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again?
Right! She did help us find our latest clue at...
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't get hurt.
Get hurt? Why would I? Don't under...
Well, you're still getting used to your new greatsword.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt so familiar in my hands and... wait a second!
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a little sick of doing it. Oh, that works.
What happened to you guys while I was gone?
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying.
All right then, let me get this straight. You're telling me...
Yes, your memory's being erased every day.
Then I'd have to disagree. That's impossible.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zero's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used, the money we spent, the food we ate? Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't have known.
Right. They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's... It's not very likely, but it's also not impossible.
No, it is impossible.
You have proof?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical discussion. Come with me. Miss Dunyarzad, please come along as well.
Paimon can't believe it's...
Wih, Hans. Kenapa Hans?
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooded...
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions. I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated, and it's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Is it really impossible? What if they use some fancy...
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training.
Sabar ya Hans, orangnya lagi tidur. Malam kali. Tadi tuh dia mau live siang. Cuman OBS-nya merah. OBS-nya merah. Jadinya malam.
Hope that cleared things
Jadi
up
udah
for you.
mulai gitu siang.
Hey, is this that
Ini
new
sekarang dia lagi tidur
exercise
biar
dance
malam
that's
bangun.
super popular with the scholars lately? It's surprisingly fun. Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Well, back to square...
Udah Hans.
At least we've reached some other conclusions in the meantime. Yep, that's true. So... strange? Paimon... Huh? Leaving the city? You're right! It's real. Paimon can't believe it! Did we miss this? Because how about we go back and ask Nahida? Maybe... Nahida! We're back!
Sehat-sehat deh Bang Ngepet apa Han?
Today, did you find something new?
Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the
Leaving the city. As far as
We did? But we don't remember anything. What happened after we
let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was. But you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway.
It is true that sometimes we...
Really? That's kind of strange. In theory, I should have already...
Yep. Something here's definitely fishy.
Jadi kangen RP Sing Sing. Nggak tahu Sing Sing kapan-kapan deh ya itu. Kalau dipanggil Bas baru jadi Sing Sing bro.
About that... Well,
Kalau Bas nyuruh lagi buat
we
kita
should
jadi
try
Sing Sing
that
bro.
again.
Traveler, aside from listen to it and you...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days worth of... It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay, let's...
Why can't we leave the city? What is the academia up to now?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage. Just
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at Port Ormos. If I don't hurry, they'll be...
that's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance next time.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for Sumeru City today. How complete... Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave the city today?
Here we go again. Don't ask me, I don't know either. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else. Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post long ago.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we climb over the walls? This is a good spot, and the guard has no— Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind? But what if things get really weird out there and you get into some trouble? Paimon knows that Paimon can't do much, but we've always been together, haven't we? Okay. Promise Paimon that you'll come back as soon as possible. And please, be careful. Memories! Traveler! Paimon would never see you again. Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back. You promised Paimon that you were—
Paimon, calm down. He's here now. I don't—
Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day. Okay. Paimon will forgive you. The most important thing is that you didn't actually
Okay. Paimon, can you tell us your perspective? I see. Using two people's different
After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon was watching you with—
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hit. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message?
But don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared. Well, okay.
Yep, no!
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal?
I made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages. I just tweaked it so that it could connect to any node.
To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha like the—
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status.
We'll never know until we try. At least, let's go then. Let's expose those sages! All right. Paimon isn't as worried about being separated since it happened once. Okay, see? That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages from you when you...
Okay, now that you understand what's going on...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people. I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru City, but everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable.
And if we... There's another part here. We only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing one after the other. Absorbed. And now, even the final space has... Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end right there?
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha.
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's
After the beep, Traveler said, even the final space is all...
Traveler. What do you think that final space could have...
All the bizarre spaces I saw outside. That doesn't sound right. All the bizarre spaces I... My impression is that...
Oh, so that's
Apa balik?
After the sound of the beep, the fine later on, Traveler also mentioned a book Paimon's head is spin.
Well, consider this. So no matter how strange or spooky things may...
Wow, the Archon War, huh?
Hey!
Do you want some alone time to think? All right then, Paimon...
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead, Dunya?
Okay then. See you later.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know! Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up...
Pakai voice Jepang lah, kagak ngerti bro.
You're back! I've been waiting forever for you two. Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival? Okay.
We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival many times, and... That doesn't sound right. I need to... The moon... That doesn't sound right. The moon... Okay. That doesn't sound right. All the bizarre... People in... We are all in a dream.
Sumeru think they don't dream. But the truth is, in those spaces with no human presence, so people in Sumeru...
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the... It compiles the wisdom of the entire... It is the manifestation of the Akasha... And it grants...
That doesn't sound right.
And it grants knowledge...
That doesn't sound right.
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power, but is stealing everyone's...
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of...
So in other words, Paimon remembers her saying that the sages think The real story is that the sages...
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
We've already experienced... That doesn't sound right. We've already experienced the Grand Sage... That doesn't sound right. The Grand Sage... Those space... That doesn't sound right. Those spaces kept Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. That doesn't sound right. The beep is a prompt. That doesn't sound right. My mind. That doesn't sound right.
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person... Their disembodied consciousness is placed... No one is any the wiser. People wake up to...
So, this is like a dream factory.
Very good, Paimon.
Okay. So that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminal...
Alright, last question.
Now that I think about it... That doesn't sound right. Now that I think about... They say that alchemical...
So you noticed. I thought that one would be the hardest question. That's why I put it last.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Everything about you is different. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been... It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali. Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
Yes, those can wait. On the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you... You asked me this question before. My answer was, it would live. Now that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully... Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Like what? Your notion of reality and dream would be... That's why I could only give you very subtle... Deceiving the people of Sumeru after we end the Sub-Zero's festival some...
How can the sages of the
In the end, I'm just the moon.
A sun and a moon? Nahida's Oh, we're out of time today!
I'll tell you how to break free of the samsara tomorrow.
Good morning, Nahida. Hey, what's wrong, Nahida? You don't look too good.
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
Did Dunyarzad already
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
Paimon can't believe it.
She's actually something like a puppet. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep so another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her.
But personality-wise, she's...
Puppets are stiff and can't, speak.
Dunyarzad truly believe...
Yes. I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still... far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real... I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon,
Please don't beat yourself up over it,
I'm not beating myself up.
Don't be like that, Nahida.
To prevent more tragedies like this.
Great, but...
Although the Sub-Zero's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can... That means this dream belongs to all.
Huh? So...
Well, if this is someone's dream, which means...
Imagination?
Imagination means like when the server... However, the dream will respond. But right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming.
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone, and even if we did find them, after all, like you said...
It's extremely difficult, yet, as for me...
Out of town?
Yes. Hurry and go.
She was such a good person. Was such a simple... Yeah. But... Paimon's wondering. Do you... Huh. So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would... Let's go ask him...
Ad Astra Abyss.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine.
An experiment?
Could you... make a wish?
You want me to make a...
Last question!
Okay, my wish.
Oh.
I noticed earlier that she just doesn't... I've also
So...
when she placed the... What she didn't realize was that... Okay. I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm Gonna open my eye. Oh,
What?
Fucky! Nice try, you two.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy. It seems like everyone who
My lady.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, huh? But Dia can handle them! Hey, Traveler!
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you. You... fine, all right. Knock yourself out. Anyway, watch yourself.
So you got yourself some backup.
Nah, akhirnya bro, berantem bro.
That's close enough.
Feeling lucky today?
Nice and spicy!
Keep up.
Got lucky that... Go. Incoming! Nowhere to hide.
Wind blade.
Speed of light. You're toast!
With the wind.
Don't blink! Hey! Speed of light. Cut to the chase.
I'll be back.
Incoming. Boba, get them! Don't blink.
Wind blade.
Out of the frying pan. With sword comes shadow. Speed of light. Boba, get
Where do you think you're?
Don't blink. Incoming. Hey! Out of the frying pan.
Wind blade.
Traveler, were you just taking your anger out on those guys? You and Nahida both. Oh, and speaking of her, remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came? She said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed, yeah, even if it's only a...
Oi Dante.
This is the place. It's rude to enter other people's spaces without permission, but... Hey, the windows are unlocked. Okay, Paimon's... This was only a temporary residence, so there was pretty much nothing inside except this book on the table. Should we open it? Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this, even though she was also big. She must have wanted to get if we hadn't found this book, but now that we know, we Hey! Where are you off to? It's Dunyarzad's puppet. Traveler? You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago. Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked.
There will always be frustrations in life.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, Traveler.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, how come... What? Where are we going this time?
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single... The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency.
Oh. Traveler?
Traveler.
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the act... Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared stiff? Oh, of course! If this is the Sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this. So they're just...
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage?
Like I said, they symbolize...
Yes. The
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers? But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the goddess of flowers passed away?
Yeah. What's going on here? Huh? You guys are acting... Hey!
full-body Saras don't exist in the real world anymore. It's just like the example Nahida told us. People, so when you saw the flowers, you instantly... But if we want to end the samsara, how should we make Nilu...
Am I dreaming?
Huh?
So I'm right.
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, as far as you know, people in Sumeru don't...
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a...
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru.
Yep. But in the part you heard, his piety and wisdom were all kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage. As if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated, after who knows how long. Afterward, he said the Dendro Archon his wife lying in the end. The first...
So, the first thing...
Yes.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a...
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the Dance of Sub-Zeros.
Anjay.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
Anjay. Keren bro, animasinya bro.
Good morning, traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep. Paimon's head feels super Paimon thinks it was the Sub-Zero's festival. Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero Samsara? Quick, take off your Akasha terminal. She's not in her room. What happened? Huh? What usual...
Well done, Traveler and Paimon, and thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing this.
I'm sorry, who?
Dunyarzad! You're okay!
Oh, Traveler Paimon. I have something, I just had a dream. And I saw Nilu perform.
And Dinyar,
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else.
let's talk about Dunyarzad first.
That among the countless dreams, once Dunyarzad could no longer bear such a small fragment of conscience where both will gradually fade, and I used all the power I had to keep her.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end.
Huh?
Both are fine.
All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? Got it. To be honest. Oh, and you don't need
Go and get some sleep.
whether
I see.
We've spent quite some time in Sumeru City, but ever since we last said goodbye to Lesser Lord Kusanali, we haven't heard anything from... Oh, we can't just keep waiting around like this. Let's go find...
Ad Astra Avisask.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium. And if possible, please also use your...
Huh? What kind of commission is that?
I see. In that case, please go to Port Armo...
Hey, that's not any better.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure...
Paimon's...
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of...
Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of...
From when she said... Ad Astra Abisask?
So it's been you this whole time? Are you done resting up, Nate?
Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways. And I even had a really, really long dream. It was another dream about this. In my dream, I also got to sit...
You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate you.
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream?
No! By the way...
Yes, I paid her if her condition is stable, but for the moment...
Right.
So our first
Oh! Good...
let's continue our chat here.
Okay, so do you have any ideas on how we can...
Actually, I've already done a little... We're in the dark as of now. After all... No way, that's too risky.
You mean it'd be too easy to get caught?
No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives. Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing?
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru.
I've already tried that, but all the key members of the Academia, even the core 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. It seems that from the very beginning, they've been...
Have you already caught...
I'm guessing in any case.
Nahida, you're...
According to a popular...
Okay, but aren't...
Well, then I should find someone who...
You're saying we should recruit a Oh! Before coming back...
Actually, I already...
Setaria! We ran into her, basically. Paimon still remembers this.
She was born in the desert.
Oh, Paimon didn't...
The name Setaria, later on, soon after, the star began to wake, but in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
From the sound of it, Setaria's just hung up, but she doesn't really support...
Indeed. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. She can't deny her right. That way, not from my past up tomorrow after to prepare. This should be Setaria's favorite fortune-telling spot. No, I already...
Talking style? My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled of the divine voice? Huh? Rich.
Oh, nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Health prospects. Oh, the gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. Your life shall continue on for... Many... Marut, did you two spoil my divination? I've never read a fortune so absurd. Actually, Paimon thinks this is... I admit that the orientation of today's select...
Is that so?
If you were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could... Is this another one of Setaria's favorite stalls?
Yep. It belongs to a king. His father helped Setaria a lot when she first moved to Sumer. When I start talking with him.
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some
We caught wind of your...
Oh, I reckon...
Speaking of...
I suppose you could... After that, I began making pottery by myself.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you...
So it...
Oh, no, not anymore.
I see. I'll have someone in charge of...
No problem.
This should be our final stop. Cetaria's always thinking of this restaurant.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
It's my duty to protect Sumeru's citizens.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall...
That's right! After all, I grew up with... But...
What an admirable... So this restaurant has...
That's right.
I see.
So, was that everybody?
Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces should be enough for...
What's the point of all the information we've collected?
Cetaria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through. I remember you mentioned that the air... Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the faith of her home...
Oh, Paimon gets it now! Although she knew she should return home to help...
Well, King Dashrit is long gone. And Cetaria is also too smart. If we simply engaged her under the... But, if we were to...
So, you mean...
Yep. Possessed as long as everything goes...
So that's how you're...
Exactly.
Huh?
That's no problem at all.
Huh.
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at...
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you
if it was at all...
Yeah, don't beat yourself.
Alright, then let's...
Here she comes. Cetaria's here.
Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll ask for how we'll sway her to our side. I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say.
Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding...
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook. Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there. Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again? Ah, that's right. They are just little darlings, aren't they? Harut and Marut.
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You
Wait,
must have come for another echo of the divine voice.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth.
Sorry, your new laugh is just so hilarious. I couldn't help it.
Oh, please pay no mind to those kinds of details. The gods are asking, Sitaria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Sitaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness. And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, King Deshret.
King Deshret? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Wait a second. King Deshret passed away a long time ago. Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can King Deshret still exist in real—
What insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city. I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
Oh, she just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset, too.
Well done. Sitaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
Aw, Nahida, it seems like you understand human emotions really well after all.
All I know are some abstract Harabatot theories. And in any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying to make sense of everything. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Sitaria.
Ada yang ngeliatin kamu tuh di belakang aku
Let's get
tuh
ready to possess him right away.
di YouTube. Coba kan ngeliatin di YouTube. Coba kamu lihat yang di YouTube.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again? Gardening? But don't you hate everything to do with plants? I still remember getting mad at you for secretly throwing away the bonsai that—
You see, a friend told me that the secret to self-improvement is to work on things.
Fair enough. I didn't think that was something you would Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better? Oh, that's good to hear. I've been thinking a lot about him. Actually, while we're talking about him, is he—
Yeah, he's been retired there.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Let him know that recently, faith in King Deshret has taken root in Port Ormo. He has a quick temper, and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with the—
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The academia or... I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray King Deshret, and now you spend all your time...
Akeem, you don't mean... You've also...
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who...
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa! Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this.
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel, but once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway.
Come on! Sataria's already started talking with Shishan.
So, Shishan, have you, like, as if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
Oh, right. Speaking of
Main
strange
apa? Main
things,
Genshin
I
Impact.
celebrated the
Main
Sub-Zero's
Genshin.
festival so many times that I lost.
Wait, how could you be?
Are you still failing to realize that the Academia's lowly?
Shishan, don't tell me.
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You.
Please, please stop!
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her problems.
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards!
This is the most important part of—
Mercenary, you're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you
King Deshret! Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
King Deshret is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price. You must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become. Child of King Deshret, never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of King Deshret. I've also been running from my... But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
You won't necessarily...
How do you know me?
That's not important. If you could provide some...
I've actually never believed in the gods, but I've always Please tell me, what can I... I was just one of... But I know very little. I've just been working to... However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city.
To fight against the Academia.
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assist. One thing, though. I won't be able to transfer the document.
The Academia entrance.
Don't worry about that. I'm only suggesting...
All right, I trust you.
So...
that'll depend.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the one. Maybe it's time.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to...
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. Well, now that we've made plans...
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods,
No. That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine.
Shh! We're on a secret mission.
Yep, Paimon's right. If something were to happen, after all, the Academia...
Yep. Exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make off. What do you feel? It's the mid...
No, I think he's right. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets.
Huh.
I also can't quite...
Well, regard... Huh. There really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the Academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards. This hour of the night.
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the Academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Sumeru City.
Woi, Bud.
What have you done to them?
I simply
Budi,
made some
Budi,
minor
Budi.
adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
Oh no! What should we do? These are all just regular people!
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
What? That guy's a Fatui Harbinger! We can't just leave you here!
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru. Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
This should be far enough. Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her. Paimon wasn't counting on... And that even the sages are wary of him. Yep. Sounds like she must have been talking about the doctor. Yeah. Now, but... What are the Fatui out... Yeah. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't... You mean... Oh, right! Even though he turned it down, there's no time to lose.
Off stream ya.